Imagine walking into work the next morning. You ask why something was not done, and the answer comes back, I didn't know. Maybe it is said genuinely. Maybe it is said defensively. Either way, it can be frustrating, especially when the job feels obvious to you. But before you come down hard, pause. That answer might be telling you something important. I didn't know is not always an excuse. Sometimes it means I was never shown properly. I got different instructions from different people. I did not understand how important that part was. Or simply, I thought someone else was responsible. I have seen this happen in teams where expectations were mostly implied. Everyone was working hard, but people were relying on memory, assumptions, and what they had seen others do. A team member would complete the obvious part of a task, but miss the final detail that mattered most. Then, when it was raised, they would say, I didn't know that was part of it. As a leader, it is easy to hear that and think, come on, you should know that. And sometimes, after clear training and repeated follow-up, that may be true. But if the expectation was never clearly stated, demonstrated, or checked, getting angry does not solve the problem. It just makes people less likely to ask questions next time. Setting a standard does not mean delivering a tough speech. It means making the finish line visible. People should know what needs to be done, what done properly looks like, why it matters, and who owns it. That is not controlling. That is fair. The first step is simple. Say the standard out loud. Do not assume that because you understand it, everyone else does too. Instead of saying, make sure the handover is done properly, say, before you finish, record anything unfinished, any customer follow-up, and anything the next shift needs to know. That is clear. Then explain the reason behind it. Not as a lecture, just as useful context. You could say, when that information is missed, the next team is starting blind. Customers may have to repeat themselves, and small issues become bigger ones. Now the task has meaning. It is not just another box to tick. This is the part many leaders skip. Do not just ask, does that make sense? Most people will say yes, even if they are unsure. Instead, ask, talk me through what you will do before you finish today. That gives the person a chance to explain it back in their own words, and it lets you fix any confusion before it becomes a problem. Where possible, show people an example. A good handover, a completed checklist, a properly prepared work area, a clear customer follow-up note. People learn faster when they can see the standard, not just hear it. If you want consistent work, make the expectation practical and visible. You should also ask, what makes this part difficult to complete every time? Maybe the process is clunky. Maybe the person is being pulled away before they finish. Maybe they were trained in a rush. Or maybe the team has developed habits that do not match the standard. You will not know unless you ask. One of the biggest causes of missed work is unclear ownership. Everybody thinks somebody else is doing it, so be specific. This part is yours before you leave. If you cannot complete it, let me know before the shift ends so we can work out the next step. That is clear without being threatening. A missed expectation is not automatically a bad attitude. Start with the facts. This part was not completed. Then the expectation. This is what needs to happen every time. Then the support. What do you need to be able to do that consistently? That approach keeps the conversation focused on the work, not on attacking the person. If you have explained it clearly, shown what good looks like, checked understanding, and followed up, then the conversation changes. You can say, we have spoken about this a few times now. You know what the expectation is, and I need to see it completed consistently from here. That is not harsh. That is fair follow through. The standard becomes real when you follow up, not by hovering over people, not by trying to catch them doing the wrong thing, just by checking in. How did that handover go today? Were you able to complete that final step? Is there anything still unclear? Consistency builds trust because people learn that your words mean something. When someone gets it right, say so. Thanks for making that handover clear. It meant the next team could get straight into the shift. You are not praising someone for existing. You are reinforcing the behavior you want repeated. Teams quickly learn what matters by noticing what their leader consistently follows up on. Here is the phrase to remember. If the standard only lives in your head, it is not a standard yet. It is an assumption. Good leaders do not expect people to read their mind. They make expectations clear, practical, and fair. Then they follow through. If you are new to leading a team, I have created a free new leader first shift conversation planner. It helps you prepare the early conversations that set clear expectations without making you sound scripted or overbearing. You can download it through the link below. And if you want the full system for your first few months in leadership, the first 90 Days Leadership Toolkit is there when you are ready.